This is our house, Coke. This is our house, Coke. This is our house, Coke.
If you feel insignificant, you better think again.
She was cooking food for the Richardson family, and she went there every morning to cook food for them. And then she would take the extra food and take it to her husband, John Greer, who worked at the mill. They lived in Honey Island, Mississippi. This particular day she was cooking, and as she was cooking, her back was hurting. Her belly is so big, she got to stand out from the stove to cook because she's so big. But her back was bothering her today. She put the food out for the people, for the Richardson family, and then she packed up what was left over to take to her husband and son to eat for herself. She packed, bundled it up, and then she took it and put it in her bag. Okay, Miss Richardson. And she gone and go around down to the riverbank so she can cross over, so she can make it to the mill. As she's walking, she kind of slipped a little bit because her energy is off. She's noticing. Gets to the mill and she gives him the food, and he meets her and she gives him the food, and she just doubles over. Oh, this is too much. My back is sore. It's hurting. He said, Jenny, come on. I think you in labor. Let's get you home. So he tell his boss he gotta go. Jenny in labor. He said, well, go on. Y'all, before she had a baby up here, with you dirty men. Go on and take her home. He holding her up as they walking, holding her up. He gets her on down the riverbank and over to the other side again where they live at, and over to Grandmama Hallie's house. When they get to Grandmama Hallie's house, Grandmama say, ooh, look at here, child. She seen him coming up the way. Look at here. She come to the door because she already seen. They'd already sent word that she was in labor. Look at Jenny, big as you please. Come on in this house, gal. Bring her in the house. Bring her on in the house. And she say, just look at her. She already know. She say, you already open up. Come on here, come on. And she put her in the bed. She stripped her down so she could see what the nature of the contractions was looking like. And her belly just got hard as a rock. She said, ooh, it's here, child. It's it. So she laid her down, gave her some water, laid her back in the bed, gave her some water, and she started preparing her things. She had to prepare the gauze. She had to ball her scissors. She had to go ahead and take and start the oven so it can warm the house. She had to go ahead and get the baby things. She had baby linen set aside for Jenny because she knew Virginia was going to be giving birth at any time. She had to put some things together so she had some things ready. She took a old gin, like 4 old gin bottles, filled them up with water and put them in the fireplace. She put them in the fireplace because these would heat up and they would be put in the little drawer that they was going to use to put the baby in. And they would heat it up so that when the baby comes, it could be like an incubator. It could be warm for the baby. She had different fabrics, for like today we see receiving blankets, but they had little warm fabrics too. Grandmama Hallie, she made us some tea. Served it up to her on the spoon. Put some cool rags on her head and on her chest. And they just rocked. Time come. Here come the baby's head. Baby's head came on through. Grandmama Hallie brought her on into the world. And there she was. They say, look, here's your baby. She said, what you think you're going to call her, Jenny? She said, I'm going to call her Mary. She was born in my grandma's bed, my great-grandma's bed. My grandmother was born in my great-grandmother's bed. And she was born on a day right after Christmas. Because she was a gift. And that gift that passed down through the generations My mothers are all healers. And then it came to me. My grandmother, she heard that I was delivering babies in 2001. And she said, ooh-wee, just like your grandma. She said, if I was at the house, I'm gonna call 911. I'm gonna But then she said, well, but I was born in my grandma's bed. So I just feel like we're doing something very special in this day and time. Very special. And we be feeling like this is a time in which we will not accept being a second thought or afterthought anymore.
I'm a naturopath and a somatic, how can I say it? A somatic bodywork therapist, you know, yoga instructor, you name it, I don't have no titles. I've done it all. But I'm happy to be here with my sister. I'm so proud of her. Ashe. That's right, give her a hand.
I had a home birth. I feel like that was my introduction into this.
There you go.
Though it can be done to navigate it myself.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Shoot.
I love you.
I'll be looking at you. I'll be looking at you like you the future. Why?
Okay.
You working on the future.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
I'm the oldest daughter, so naturally for me, I saw all of the steps along the way of what I saw my mother doing, and because I'm a passionate person, I became passionate about everything that she was doing and everything that we was being taught. It relates to birthing and everything. I had been around it and it was so normalized for me. But by the time I went through the experience of actually having my first home birth with my first child, the one thing that I always say is, you know, when you say that a woman's body knows how to birth, that's most definitely the truth.
You don't wait for you.
My brain shut off and my body just jumped into operation. Be able to strengthen the woman, strengthen the family. Ultimately, you know, it's something that's very important to me, and that, you know, I've been able to use the passionate person that I am to pour my passion into that. So
I have a personal connection just helping. So there are people who we see on the street with their hands out, that I prepare meals for them and serve them, X number of them, pretty much daily. And whatever needs to be done, they call me. If I cannot do it, usually I can arrange to have somebody to help me to help them get whatever needs done. So if you need me, you can reach me through my Mothership.
Beautiful.
I am a doula. I did train with the Mothership, and now I'm a volunteer with the Mothership. I would say I've always loved children, but I always love giving them back to who they can have.
Great mothers, creators, be with us in this day. Bless our words so that they bring peace to the ear. Bless our hearts so that they fuel the passion that we need in order to do this work. Bless our hands and feet so that they be sure and efficient. Strengthen our backbones so that we go into places that need courage. Our hearts be strong. Because there's so many dark places where our sisters are, and we have to bring them out of that darkness. Together we are strong. One person is strong, but together we are indomitable.
About 16 years of experience in the education system in all different levels, from sub to para to school counselor to all the leadership titles that they give you in these schools before they break you, all of that. I have about 8 years of formal experience in the health and mental health and behavioral field. And of course, a lifetime as well, because we all deal with it on some level, whether it's us ourselves or people in our family or our friends, right? I still say that sometimes, where it's like, when I get to a certain point, it's like one of the other personalities take over, and it's game on. And now I'm ready. We're gonna go. And I'm gonna go toe to toe with you, and I'm gonna crush you. But I had to get to a point, it's like, what am I competing for? Because I've proven myself. I got 2 master's degrees. I got certificates that she keeps telling me about that I be forgetting that I have. You've accomplished this. You're good. Like, you've proven yourself. It's okay to take a step back. So that's like a constant battle. When it came to my son's dad, it's like I had to get to a point, and I had to get a lot of reminders. My voice be in my head. Don't respond because of that same thing. Whatever's going on with you, because I might have some stuff going on with me too. So one of us got to get to a space where we say this is not going to end well. So let's stop. Let's take a breather. Let's walk away. We might pick this up later. We might not have. It might be agree to disagree, and that might have to be okay until we can get back to where we need to be to have a civil conversation where we're not trying to go below the belt, where we're not trying to manipulate, none of that.
I've been a nurse for over 30 years now, and all of that, majority of my career have been in women's health. I worked for the Cincinnati Health Department when they had their maternal child division about 15 years ago. I did that for a while. I worked for Cradle Cincinnati when it first started, and I more recently worked for United Healthcare Community Plan of Ohio, and I was their women's health director, and I was responsible for projects across the state to improve infant mortality and maternal mortality. So this has been a passion project of mine all my life. I'm very, very passionate about women's health. I'm a researcher, I'm an author, I'm a community leader, and I'm a women's health advocate. And most importantly, I'm a Black woman. I am a mother of 3 children. They're all old now, but I'm a mother of 3 children. My oldest is going to be 28 this year. But I also want to put infrastructure around the work that you do. Because I know working for corporate America, I know what they're looking for. So for me, I created my nonprofit called the Empowerment Foundation. And really the mission of that organization is to empower and inspire the Black community to be the best version of themselves through resource connection, centering community voices, hearing our voices, mentoring, and then education. So I started the organization, and because I worked in the maternal child space for so long, and I recognized they never listen to what the women want. So I created a nonprofit, and I asked for funding from the United Way. I was a Black Empowerment Works grantee. The study had great results, and that was my interest in research and how these things work. So I understand the value of care coordinators. I know the value of a social worker. I was partnered with a social worker in that program, and we was Batman and Robin. I was the nurse, and I got the medical, she got the social. Then we had a few community health workers in too, to get out there in the community and help us with some of those things, right? So I understand the value of it, but I think working in corporate America, seeing what's behind the curtain, it just really made me passionate about how I do this work differently. But what I want to do is I want to capture voices from doulas. I want to, like I did with these women, the pregnant women, I want to capture the doulas' voices. I want to know what's your burning issues, what bothers you, what's working, what needs to be changed. Because what I recognize in this space, the only thing that changes the world is policy, research, and money. Mawusi agreed to partner with me. I want to start working with the doula community. I want to hear your voice. There's no right or wrong answer, it's just how you feel.
Whenever I travel international, I would ask to go off the grid. Who is the village shaman? Who is the medicine person? And I ask permission, can I sit with them, or just talk with them, or just watch them? Because I wanted to bring that back home here to us. In the room, he told me to sit down, and he brushed energy out. Whatever you got going on here, get that out. We're going to just start by brushing. And he wasn't liked. I tell you, he worked on me. I was crying, but it was a good cry.
He was drumming on your body.
Right. He had ways that, I said, damn, my arm gonna fall off, man. And he's like, let go. And he's pulling. So right in here is, things in it is releasing. That African shaman, he just did things that were, and you'd be like, oh, it hurt. Do you know, for a woman, memory is stored in the heaviest part of your body.
Yeah.
Memory is stored here. Memory is stored there. And it just get. But I want to go deeper. I use tools. I love stuff from nature. I use my rocks.
Yes.
I don't charge separate. Hot stone therapy. What I learned when I travel international is I get paid when I do my job.
Okay. Yep.
Well.
Yes.
I just don't hang a shingle out and say $225 and you ain't even started on me. You don't even know what's going on, but you gotta pay this. That's it. Take that breath in and slowly blow it out. We're gonna go sacral. Root. This is one thing I like too. Align chakra with our chimes, rattles. So again, energy. Energy. Thank you. Get that for me? Oh, I appreciate it. You're wonderful. For me, my work is all about releasing, not just all that other stuff, but energy too. It can make you sick.
Oh yeah.
Create illness. You don't know why you feel in a certain way.
I really didn't have a perception prior to that you could mistreat someone while they're having a baby. Small, intricate, and personal ways you could damage and traumatize someone having a baby.
They have to, just by law, they have to express what they're testing for and why they're testing for it.
I lied about where my patient was in her labor so that by the time they got to the room, it was too late to use the forceps on her.
We don't talk about the fact that regardless of your socioeconomic status, when you are Black, your infant is still likely to be born of a lower birth weight in an earlier term and preterm compared to any other race.
Foundation of medical racism, of the foundation of our post-traumatic, of our traumatic syndrome that we are dealing with, of our issue of feeling defensive when we go into medical environments, and then their perception is like this. These things are very real and have really happened and are not an exaggeration, but yet we are treated as such. Today, we also have, I was just talking to Meredith about this, that it's a trifecta in a way, that we have medical racism, we have our responsibility, we have an environment to create. It's not just a mother's issue here. It's an issue of families. It's an issue of where are the fathers? It's an issue of needing grandmothers to be present, of needing aunts to be present, of needing our cultural representatives to be present. It's an issue of having our village.
How are Black people doing, creating the change that we see in Cincinnati? So second highest infant mortality rate of a county our size in the nation, with hospital systems that took that they're number one. How is that possible for Black people? What are you doing and what is the accountability to it? And so I just watched us, and it's like you and others do amazing things that started to change the system as the money started to come to us. So my role in that was feed the people the money that is not properly displaced or given out. My role in that was to make education and visibility and create movement and gathering people together regularly. I am not a medical doctor or wasn't in public health. My work was in Black studies and women's studies. So it's like people, I got Black women, let's go, I got that. And so I just wanted to tell that story alongside the funder to talk about how funders need to fund the revolution, and that jacket on the back is like, it's not a one-time experience, it's the business, to continue to fund it, and continue to see the rate go down. So what Black women did, so infant mortality worked on it, and white infant mortality went down, and Black infant mortality did not. And then I came out of the academy and said, can we fund Black people to fix our problem? We got it, we just need you to stop acting like you do. And then they gave it to us, and we won.
We